I tried to have background music. I'm sorry, there's none. It wouldn't work. It would keep cutting my voice out. I haven't read over the kits, luckily. I was just trying to get some background music. It was the Tech Gogeta OST from Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and I felt like it would have been nice, but no. Anyway, hello. I should be mostly back for content creation. Um, Skull just began to be a lot. So yeah, so we have two new units, right? In the UI Goku and the Blue Vegeta that totally nobody saw any leaks for. Nobody saw anything about these. These were 100% released in the reveals video and totally not on Twitter, been around for like a week. Okay, let's just read it. I am expecting these units to be kind of dumb because they're Annie level. They're anniversary headliners. Can somebody quit breaking into someone else's? I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but a car's going off. Right? Okay. Let's just get into it. I'm not going to read any of the yellow because I don't care. Okay, so Goku, obviously Ultra Instinct, is blue. He's on Sun Family, Saiyan, God Key, Universe Rep, and is also Universe Survival Saga. Okay. Slightly different format. Um, okay. Tag Universe Rep, tag Sun Family, or tag God Key get 38% strike and blast defense. And if they are a Universe Rep, they get an extra 18% blast attack. Okay. On activation, for the strike, for 10 counts, gets 10% strike damage. Blast damage is basically the same. Blue card. Massive damage. Impact. Nice. Based on activations, the first time is 30% special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. Second time is minus 15 to the cost. Okay. That's good. So what, like 35? Okay. Blast armor when charging forward. Okay, so get one card, just a random card, 15% health, 45 key, half of your unique gauge, and 20% to damage and cancel attribute downgrades with the green. I like that. I like it. Alright. Main ability, Master Ultra Instinct. You're mastering Ultra Instinct. That does not mean it is per se mastered, because if we go by what these games like to call them, it is just Ultra Instinct, sadly, and not MUI. Okay, get 30% of your health back. Oh, okay. 50 key, 70% of your unique gauge, 20% damage inflicted, cannot be canceled. Cancel attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. Okay, so right here and right here. Oh. Only 20 counts must lapse. Usually, I'm pretty sure that's about 25 usually, so you can transform a little earlier if you want to. Uh, okay, 280% right there, instantly. 175% I'm pretty sure is good. Like 170 to 185 is considered good, or something like that. Key recovery 70%. Arts card draw speed 1. Gets endurance. And all are uncancelable. Okay. Okay. Um, I actually like this format, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. Instead of this, I prefer the reduced damage received, but I like it. Unique ability. When entering the battlefield, it gets 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer cards. That was loud. It gets 40 key, 30% of the unique gauge. Cover null for 5 counts. Okay. Nullify abnormal conditions. Wait. Remove card slot seal. Huh. And destroy 1 enemy card. I love this. Because technically, Daima Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I should say, he likes to really just seal a card and leave it sealed. That's nice. Based on Striker/Blast Arts uses. Second card, -5 to Blast and Arts cost. And fourth and sixth, you get 20% damage inflicted. All of these cannot be canceled. Okay. Sure. When on battlefield, based on enemy strike arts activations, second and on. Enemy strike arts cost +5 for only 5 counts. Third and on, you get 3% health, and you gain 3% health, and the enemy loses 10 key. Okay. Sure. What did I? Yeah, I just read that. Okay. And this is literally just the blast based version of it. Blast card arts cost increase. When on the battlefield, based on enemy special moves, ultimate awaken arts activations. First time you get 10% health. The second time you go defensively neutral. Okay. It's only activations, so you don't need to get hit. Because if you had to get hit, you would die. To put it quite simply, you would not survive. There would be no chance in hell you would survive that. Special cover change, strike. Nice. Blue card, comboable, obviously. If it wasn't, that'd be dumb. Well, you have... Okay, I'm not reading that. Again, I'm not reading the yellow. It's just a force of habit. With at least 30% unique gauge, when hit by evadable attack, activate evade action. Tap actions, strike arts, blast arts. Recovers gradually when on standby. Okay, that's good. Consume/decrease by 30% when an evade action activates gradually. What does that even mean? Oh, wait. 30% is consumed when the dodge gets activated. And then it's gradually going to decrease when on the battlefield. We already looked over that. 10%, 10%. 50% unique gauge, 40% special move damage, and nullify endurance when charging. And then it has blast armor as well. Massive impact damage as well. Okay. Green card. Counter certain attacks while in the stance. On activation, you get 10% health and 50 key. On activation, you get a blue card one time. You get 20% damage. You get 20% Damage inflicted for 10 counts. Okay. You prevent all enemies from switching. You can literally counter anything that isn't a green, a rush, an ultimate, an awaken arts, a blue card. You can counter the most common things, apparently. So that's fun. That's fun. Only the blue card's comboable, luckily, and they only give it to you once. So thank you for kind of nerfing that a little bit. What's the new guy's name? Tani or something like that? Thank you. Thank you very much. Main ability. I'm scared. Gets a blue card. 35% health. We're getting more health. 50 key. Full unique gauge. 100% vanishing gauge. 20% special move damage for 20 counts. Cancel attribute downgrades. If there is a defeated battle member, just goes type neutral for 15 counts. And you only have 10 timer counts that need to elapse after transforming, so you could technically pop this about 30 counts in, if you really wanted to. This is good. Okay, so hang on. So he's going type neutral here. He's healing 35% here, 10% here. And then he's healing 30% here, 65, 75% healing just from that. Then also, a lock-in. That's pretty good. It's pretty balanced. All right, let's take a look here on transformation or battlefield entry. One new card if Hannah has 3 or fewer cards. 15% health. Okay, we're up to 90%. 40 key. 30% unique. 5 counts of cover null. 10 counts of key protection. 5 counts of abnormal condition nullification. Removes a card slot that's sealed. Destroys 1 enemy card as well. Okay. Sure. That's fine. Also, if there is a defeated battle member, gets 70% of the unique gauge and 40% damage inflicted. Okay. On Striker Blast Arts use, 10 key, 15% unique gauge, and 20% damage inflicted for 5 counts. If he's the last man standing, and I swear to God, if when he dodges, I haven't seen the animations. If he counters and doesn't just dodge, there might be a problem. Like the red UI Goku. We were right here. When on battlefield, an enemy switches, gets 30% unique. Cancel attribute downgrades. Oh. That could... Could that work? Or would Ku's toxicity override that? Okay, when hit by an enemy's arts, gets 3% health. 5 lowers enemy key by 5 and increases enemy's arts costs by 10 for 5 counts. Is that usually 5 or is that supposed to be 3? I don't know. When on the battlefield, an enemy activates special move, Ultimate Awaken Arts, gets 20% more health. Okay, so now we are at, what, 110%? Is that? 110%? Ghost type neutral defensively, because why not? Oh, and debuffs their damage. Still a strike arts, still blue card. Evade type B. With at least 30% unique gauge, yeah, when hit by an evadable attack, evades attack. Tap action, strike arts, blast arts. Okay. If strike or blast, oh no. If strike or blast arts deal damage to the enemy. He does have red UI. Huh. Okay. Recovers gradually when on standby, and then yeah. This is just the same as base. He's dumb. At least, from what I saw, there was no vanish removal. So we're doing good there. How long have we been recording? Hang on, I'm just gonna take a quick glance. Okay, 16 minutes. This is Blue Vegeta. Okay. Purple. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. Ku is, infuriating, but, you know, if this guy has some tools in his kit, which he probably will, he might be able to deal with Ku to an extent. I don't think he'll be able to fully deal with him, but it's just as long as he can fend off Ku a little. Like neutral defensively, please. Please. Vegeta Clan, Saiyan, God Key, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. I mean in the anime, it's blue. So why? Universe Rep and Universe Survival Saga. Universe Rep tag Vegeta Clan. I prefer Vegeta Family, but let's go with what they say. Or tag God Key. 38% blast attack and defense. If they're Universe Rep, they get an extra 18% to strike attack. Neat. Cool. Blast armor. That's good. What? Is this just the new, what is it called? Sustained damage cut? Is this just the new one? Guard penetration? Plus 10%. That's crazy, actually. Alright, let's see. Massive impact damage on activation gets 30% to special move damage inflicted. Also based on unique gauge level. Oh, God. Unique gauge level. Level 2. 20% crit rate. Level 3. 30% special move damage inflicted. On hit, all enemies get plus 5 to... Plus 5 to sub count. Okay. Blast armor when charging forward. Green card on activation gets 50 key, 20% damage. On hit, gets guard draw speed. No. Yeah, gets guard draw speed. I read this part wrong. Gets one new card if you have 3 or fewer cards. Card draw speed by 1 level for 5 counts. 30% of your unique gauge for 10 counts. Doesn't stack. And cover null for 5 counts. Why just 5? Why not 10? Whatever. Everything's comboable, and you also get blast armor. Main ability. Transform in a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan evolved. It's blue evolved. Draw up to 4 cards if hand has 3 or fewer cards. 4. Okay. Gets 50% health. 50 key. Nullify attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions for 10 counts. It's uncancelable. And gets -2 to subcounts on Switch. Oh yeah, I need to also mention, transforming Vegeta Blue might be back if this guy is number 1, because he's blue, and Vegito doesn't care about the counters and the evasions. He doesn't care. But yeah, 15 timer. 15. Okay, sure. Uh, 30% unique gauge. I like that. 280% damage. 180% damage guard. That's good. 60% key recovery. Gets card draw speed. -5 to strike, blast, arts costs, and also gets endurance, just like UI. Okay. Next one. Next one. On battlefield entry, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer cards. 30 key, cover null for 5 counts, and card protection for 5 counts. After use, if key is 40 or lower, 1 time. Activations are shared before and after transforming. Activations reset on Switch. Drop to 2 new cards if hand has 3 or fewer cards. 30 key. Ally subcount -2. Cancel enemy attribute upgrades. Okay. When an ally is defeated, it's shared before and after. 20% damage inflicted. Cannot be canceled. Ally health plus 20%. Okay. All enemies strike in blast threats power -15%, and those 3 things that I've said nonstop -40%. I'm tired of reading those. When on the battlefield, an enemy switches, get 60% of your vanishing gauge twice. Okay. 10% damage. Enemy key -30. When hit by an enemy, arts activations reset on Switch. 10% health, destroy 2 enemy cards. When on the battlefield, when on the battlefield, an enemy activates an ultimate or awaken arts. Ghost type neutral defensively. Okay. Sorry, I'm texting a friend. Okay. Blast cover change and blue card is comboable. Okay. Evolve type. Oh, okay. On arts use with full unique gauge, max buffs shared before and after transforming. Draw 1 card if you have 3 or fewer cards. 10% health, 30 key, 20% damage inflicted, uncancelable, up to 60%. Nullify. Nullify special cover change for 5 counts. Special. It's a blue card cost -10 up to 30. So you get 20 cost. What? Levels up when unique gauge is consumed. Charges slightly. Oh, that sounds like a Dragon Fist thing. Slightly, and then when you use the Strike Blast Arts, and then gradually when charging key, then while on the battlefield. Okay. When Okay, consume entirely on arts with full unique gauge. Okay, that's good. Cool. Yeah, it's literally the same, all the same. Blast armor, yeah, it's all the same. Okay, so massive impact damage again. On activation, 30% special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. Also get based on unique gauge level. Level 2 is 20% crit rate. And it's like the exact same thing. Green card on activation, 50 key, 20% damage inflicted for 10 counts. On hit, gets 1 card if you have 3 fewer cards. Card draw speed for 5 counts. 30% unique gauge charge rate for 10 counts. You nullify cover null for 5 counts. You protect your hand for 5 counts. Enemy health restoration minus 50% for 10 counts. Everything is comboable. Blast armor when charging forward. Main ability. Please be good. Destroy 2 cards, then draw 1 of each special. So he gets a green and a blue. 30% health, 50 key, nullify, it's ghost type neutral. Ghost type neutral for 15 counts. All enemies receive 20% more damage. 10 counts must elapse, so that could be up to 25 counts. Okay. On transformation or battlefield entry, gets 1 new card if you have 3 fewer cards. 30 key, 20% damage guard for 10. He's up to 200%. Nullify. Okay, so yeah, cover null for 5 counts. Remove card slot seal and card protection. After arts, use of key is 40 or lower, 1 time. Activations are shared before and after. Activation resets on switch. Drop to 2 new cards if the hand has 3 or fewer cards. 30 key, allied subcount minus 2, cancel enemy attribute upgrades. Okay. When an ally is defeated, we already read that. When on the battlefield, an enemy switches. 60% vanishing gauge twice. I don't know if this is shared. Damage plus 10% for 15 counts. Enemy key minus 30. I'm starting to get tired of reading. Activations reset on switch. 10% health. Destroy 2 enemy cards. When on the battlefield, an enemy activates an ultimate or awakened arts. Goes type neutral defensively. Blast arts covered. Change. That's good. Bracer. Yeah, all that was red. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm done reading. UI Goku looks insane, and Vegeta looks pretty good. He's going to combo for a lot. This is kind of how they got around their card draw speed nerf. Let's leave a like on these. Let's leave a like on these. But yeah, I'm done. Have a good one, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of UI Goku, and I prefer Blue Evolution Vegeta, but it's technically Blue Evolved Vegeta. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.